Sibusiso Molimi provides strategies and models that help people become confident and eloquent public speakers, resulting in not just communication but connecting with their audience. In his book, Work Through the Barriers to Success, you will learn how to create and clarify your vision in all areas of your life, how to deal with failure and to turn your setback into a setup for a comeback, how to overcome procrastination. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Sibusiso Joshua Molimi.
Hey guys, I hope you're good. I am wonderful. This is Sipamandla Lifadlamini. Welcome to Sipamandla Talks, a YouTube channel that is full of content that is going to change a number of people's lives, including yours. Well, today we are at Soweto, Dobsonville, where we are going to be getting to know better an entrepreneur, an author, and a keynote speaker who goes by the name of Sibusiso Joshua Molimi. The profile is very huge, guys, so I literally wrote some of the things that he done. He wrote a book called Work Through the Barriers. He's a keynote speaker. He's also a business owner of IAA Consulting, the youngest speaker at the divisional headquarters of the Pre-Media Group Ltd, and also a competent speaker award. He won it. It was the
Toastmasters. Yes.
Listen to that, guys. We are just going to get to know him better, and we have quite a few questions for him that he can actually help us as young people. We can navigate through our success. Say, how are you?
I'm blessed, my man. How are you?
I am awesome.
Good.
We are very grateful to actually found this place to be interviewing you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you guys for coming through.
Thank you
Appreciate
very much.
it.
So, can you tell us who is Sibusiso Molimi? Where is he from? Where he went to school and all that?
Yeah, so born and bred, Soweto,
Okay.
Orlando West.
Okay.
That's where I spent the first, I think, 9 years
Okay.
of my life.
Okay.
I also spent a bit of that time here at my dad's house in Dobsonville.
Okay.
And then, went back to my granny's house,
Okay.
Orlando West.
Okay.
And when I was 9, that was the first turning point in my life.
Okay.
I got a bursary to
Okay.
go to a school called St. Peter's Prep
Okay.
in Rivonia,
Okay.
by the grace of God. And I went into boarding school, my man. I left home,
That's
9.
at 9.
Yeah,
Wow.
went into boarding school. I think that was one of the best decisions ever. You know, boarding school taught me a lot about looking after myself,
Yes,
independence,
yes,
etc.
Yes.
I was away from home,
Okay.
and I was in an environment where I was seeing my dreams
Yes.
taking place.
Yes.
What I mean by that is, as a young man in Dwanasolokshini,
Yes.
I had these dreams,
Yes.
to travel,
Yes.
these houses that I wanted to see, these cars,
Yes,
and
yes,
my
yes.
parents or my friends' parents
Yes.
were living that dream.
Yes.
And so when I speak to young people, I always challenge them and encourage them
Yes.
to spend time in environments where their dreams are a reality,
Yes.
where their dreams are taking place.
Yes.
It does something to you.
Yes,
In that environment, you're exposed, you're challenged, and you're literally seeing it. Because it's one thing to think about it and to dream it.
Very true.
It's another thing to see it happening.
Very true.
So I went to that school for 4 years. The
Yes.
bursary was for 4 years, and got the opportunity, maximized it.
Maximize.
Every opportunity you give me, my man,
Yes,
best
yes,
believe there's gonna be a return on it.
Yes.
So I made the most out of it.
Yes.
And then I got my second bursary. I
Okay.
went to a school called St. Albans College in Pretoria.
Wow.
Another top private school.
Okay.
Got the opportunity there. And I made the most out of it as well.
Yes,
I was that student in high school,
Yes.
pretty much involved in everything.
Yes.
Public speaking,
Wow.
drama, sports, soccer, hockey.
Yes.
Hey, I was there, my man.
Okay. Yes.
I got the opportunity to lead the house and to lead the school in different competitions, in public speaking, sports, etc. And then I got my third bursary, went to the University of Pretoria to study a Bachelor's of Commerce in Business Management.
Okay.
And you asked me earlier on, then I was an entrepreneur while I was studying,
Yes.
I was writing my book while I was studying, I was
Yes.
speaking, I was coaching, I was writing.
Yes.
So in a nutshell, I'm a Christian.
Yes.
Um, born again, love Jesus, love God. I'm a opportunity maximizer. I'm an author and public speaking trainer. Yeah, just a young man who's hungry to make the most out of life, obsessed, truly obsessed about personal development and growing. Yeah.
So literally, there's a verse in the Bible, like a whole parable where Jesus says that the kingdom of heaven is thus like a man who went away, and then he gave his servants talents.
Yes.
And he gave one 5, he gave the other 2, and then he gave one.
Yes.
The one who gained 5 gained more 5. The one who had 5 gained more 5. And
Yes.
then the one who had 2 gained more 2.
Yes.
Literally, I see that happening with you. Like everything that God has given you, you are maximizing each and every part of your life.
Yeah, it hasn't always been like that. I think it's powerful to be authentic and to be vulnerable.
Very true.
When I speak to young people. So yes, there were opportunities which I took and I maximized, but there were also opportunities which I was given which I took for granted and I never maximized. There were resources that God gave me and I didn't understand the power of those resources.
Very true.
I didn't understand the purpose of those resources,
Very true.
and so I didn't maximize them. As a matter of fact, I used them for my will and for my benefit. And one of those resources being money, especially when I started my business. Whereas I used money to fund my lifestyle, to go out, to have a good time with friends. I used money recklessly. I didn't understand. I didn't multiply. So if I had gotten a 10,000 Rand gig, instead of looking at how to make it 10,000, or rather make it 20,000 and double that, I looked at what can I spend, right, on that 10,000. So it hasn't always been the case in all areas of my life where I've maximized every single opportunity. But I've learned. I'm wiser. I've learned from my mistake now on what to do when I have money, how to multiply money, what to do with money. So it hasn't always been the case. I share this because at times, young people will look at me and go, yo, it looks like you've just had it all together. Has there ever been a point in your life where you failed? Has there ever been a point in your life where you dropped the ball? Has there ever been a point in your life where things didn't go according to plan? And I share this to encourage a young person who's watching to say, things aren't going the way that I want them to go. There are opportunities which I haven't maximized. Maybe I went to varsity, I didn't make the most out of that. I dropped out, I was having a good time. Or maybe I've had money and I was reckless with the money and now I'm broke. And I'm encouraging the young person watching this to say, God is a God of restoration.
Very true.
God can restore 100-fold. And I'm seeing it take place in my life right now. You just need to humble yourself. You need to learn from your mistakes. And also it's all about perspective as well. Once I changed my perspective on what money is, seeing money as a seed, seeing myself as a wise farmer, I started to behave differently. So it's to encourage people who are watching this to say, you may be watching this, you may feel like things are not going according to plan, you don't have it all figured out. Keep going. Maybe you've dropped the ball, you haven't maximized the opportunity. God is a God of restoration. The opportunity will come again. And if it does, and when it does come, you got to make sure that it finds you prepared and ready. As long as you've learned from those lessons. We're young. We're bound to make mistakes, and we learn through those mistakes, and we learn through those failures. So don't give up on yourself.
So now, how did everything, like now, since you said that you were in university and you were doing all these things that you were busy with, you started your speaking career there, you started writing. How did you navigate through the whole process?
Sacrifices. Yeah, there were times when I had classes to go to, essential classes to go to, and I couldn't go. I missed out on information about a test that we were writing the following week. And there were tests which I failed because I didn't get the information in the previous test, or rather in the previous class. So it's sacrifices that you make. You learn to manage your time. You learn to let go of certain things. And the passion kept me going. The passion kept me going. You're a young person, you're in varsity, you're trying to start your business, but you also have your studies. It's important to not forget why you're at varsity firstly, right? Your parents, your funders, your sponsors, your bursary, they're paying a lot of money for you to be there. And so it's important to, I think, keep first things first. First things first being the fact that you're there at university to get an education.
Very true.
You're there at university to get your degree.
Very true.
And that must be the top priority,
Very true.
right? But when you get that time, when you get that free time,
Yes.
because you're not always studying,
Yes, true.
maximize that time
Maximize.
and use that time. But keep first things first. Yeah, keep first things first. Yeah.
Whoa, yes. So guys, our topic today basically will be based on entrepreneurship and the management of our funds as young people.
Yeah.
Which is very key. I heard him speaking about it, his own experience. So we are going to get to know better about that. So we have few questions for you. Firstly, what is entrepreneurship to you?
To me, entrepreneurship is identifying a problem,
Yes.
coming up with solutions
Yes.
to that problem,
Yes.
and then finding a way in which you could sell those solutions.
Wow.
Simply, that's what entrepreneurship is to me.
Yes.
Find out the challenges, find out the problems, come up with solutions, package them, and then solve them.
Wow. So now literally if you sell something that people are needing, you are actually being an entrepreneur at that time.
To me, you're an entrepreneur.
Wow.
Different definitions for different people,
Yes.
but that's how I define it.
Yes, yes. So basically I saw a picture basically, I think if not yesterday, day before yesterday, whereby they say that the businessman is someone who carries, who buys mango at 5 rand and sell it at 10 rand. And an entrepreneur is someone who buys the mango at 5 rand and then slices very nicely and then sells it at 35 rand. So now, are you distinguishing these two, like the businessman and the entrepreneur, or it's just one thing to you?
To me, it's just one thing.
Okay. Okay.
It could be that the entrepreneur has got more exposure in terms of how to maximize that mango.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
take that mango instead of selling it and make mango juice.
Mango juice, yes.
Take that mango and diversify it and go into other streams. You know, maybe they've just got more. But to me, and I've heard this a lot. There's there's a business owner, there's an entrepreneur, there is all of these different definitions,
Yes.
and they are there.
Yes.
But to me personally,
Yes.
no difference.
No difference.
And then someone would say, yeah, but you're not an entrepreneur if the business cannot run without you.
Yes, 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 yes. But at the same time, you earn money.
You're making money. You're making money. So simply someone can say entrepreneurship is intwana sekasi who can take a stock avayibayisa athole profit. Good le profit lo imalini
Yeah.
ayifuni.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
the mere fact that this kid has taken a product,
Yes.
or rather has seen a need, created the product, taken the product, sold it, made a profit, and he's carrying on. So
Yes.
that's what an entrepreneur is. It's like leadership. Entrepreneurship is like leadership.
Okay.
So many definitions, diverse,
true, very
you know,
diverse, yes.
your standpoint,
Yes.
your information,
Yes, yes.
that you have, that you've acquired, and how you see it. But
Yes.
as you go through life, you learn, oh, it's actually a difference.
Yes.
Oh, this is what it is. This is how it's defined.
Yeah.
Oh, but in a different culture, this is how they see it.
Yes.
But in a lokshini sibona so.
Yes.
So once again, perspective comes up.
Yes.
You know, like leadership.
Like leadership. You know, this just reminds me of me and my friend here. I think it was last year holidays. We decided to just go sell more fire on the streets and then sell cool time so that we can learn customer behavior, so that we can learn how to approach customers.
Yeah.
And all those things. Even though it was for a short period of time, during those period of time,
Yeah.
we are entrepreneurs as well.
Fantastic. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. Some young people think, you know, an entrepreneur is someone who's having an office
Yeah.
somewhere in Santon or in Rosebank.
Yeah.
The people that you're employing, you know, and some ones are just saying, you know what, I've opened this business, I'm making money, it's a profit,
Yes.
and I'm an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
So it depends, once again, on the information that you have, what it is to you. We can all go to the dictionary
Yeah.
and we'll define what entrepreneurship is.
Yeah, true.
And some will say, but that's not what it is.
Yes, true.
And as time goes, you learn.
Yes.
You learn about different businesses, you
Yes.
learn about different styles.
Very true.
And then once you have that information, you can then say what it is to you at that point
At that
in
point.
your life.
At that point.
Yeah.
Wow. So yeah, we're going to the next question, guys. So the next question would be, what have you identified to be a downfall for most young entrepreneurs that you've ever come across?
There's many.
There's many. Okay.
There's many. I think downfall, I'll speak on one.
Okay.
It's thinking long term,
Okay.
and reinvesting money back into the business.
Yes.
So once you start making a profit,
Flip.
what I've seen with many entrepreneurs, including myself,
Okay.
that profit you're supposed to take and reinvest back into the business and see how the business can grow and go to the next level, what the business needs to go to the next level. But because you haven't distinguished between the business and yourself, you are the business.
Yes.
You've worked for the money.
Yes.
It's your money,
Yes.
right? So that kind of mentality says, it's my money. I can do whatever I want with it. Don't
Yes.
tell me what to do with it.
Yes.
I worked for it. I run this business. I'm alone. And so you take that money
Yes.
and you fund your lifestyle.
Hmm.
You take that money and you invest it elsewhere.
Yes.
Or even not even invest or spend on things that have got nothing to do with the business. Then you have to start again from scratch. So, sitekas ulimanje stock.
Very true.
Yeah, ulimanje stock. Then you manje stock usiyangena, makumele uyo stock futhi akusana mali stock. Where's that money? You ate it. Right? So in thinking of how do I get more products
Yes.
to make more money?
Yes.
How do I add another service,
Yes.
another stream
Yes.
of income?
Yes.
We're not thinking like that as many young entrepreneurs.
Yes. Yes.
And so we're having to start from scratch over and over. And this thing has taken me the longest to figure out. Because now the business starts booming. The business starts doing well.
Yes.
Now the business is making R1 million profit. You want to go and buy a Golf 7.
Flip.
Or you want to go and spend the money elsewhere.
Yes.
You know, so your lifestyle increase. This is what I've seen. I'm just talking from experience with the young entrepreneurs that I know and I've seen. So it's just reinvesting back into the business.
Is that downfall?
Yeah, reinvesting back into the business. Now people must see that you're making money
Aish.
because now your lifestyle, the bottles that you drink. Before you had money, boost black label. Now you just like on the cognac. Now life's good, man. They even have it on the rocks because you're making money. So it's a lesson just to reinvest back into the business. Every profit that you make, reinvest back into the business. I've heard of stories of entrepreneurs who were making money but didn't pay themselves a salary.
Yes.
That money that they took, or rather the money that they made, they reinvested back into the business.
Yeah.
And now their business is cool. So even when there are months when the business is not making money, like now in COVID,
Yes.
or there are businesses that are not making money,
Yes.
there are entrepreneurs who reinvested back into the business and have got enough reserves to keep going, or reserves that have sustained them for the last 3 or 4 months. But there are entrepreneurs who didn't reinvest back into the business, who didn't have the reserves, and now but you learn.
You learn.
Yeah.
So now basically what he's talking about, I remember because I started selling at high school, primary basically. I started having employees like at primary, each and every class I'll have someone selling sweets for me. Well, I didn't know that was entrepreneur back there, entrepreneurship, but
Yes.
it was something like that. But the thing that used to be the downfall was me eating the money.
Yeah.
Afterwards.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see. That is really a downfall
Yes.
for most entrepreneurs.
And then you look back and think, wow, instead of taking that money and seeing where's the other need,
True.
what can I supply?
Yes.
What do the people need? What can I give them
Yes.
to make more money? We're not thinking like that.
Yes.
Yeah, a friend of mine and a mentor as well, he said something to me a couple of months ago and it blew my mind away. I wish I had heard this when I started the business. And he said, take care of the business and the business will take care of you.
Wow, that's very deep.
Take care of the business and the business will take care of you. So you work for the business and the business pays you a salary. But we're not thinking like that because you are the business.
Yeah.
Whether you work, you don't work.
You're
fine.
fine.
Reinvest the money back into the
Yes,
business.
yes.
Yeah.
So what he just mentioned right now is that he says that we were not accustomed to all this knowledge at that time, but now he says that his mentor and a friend.
Yes.
Can we digress like to mentorship a bit and then we'll go back to the entrepreneurship and finances? How important is mentorship when it comes to the world of business?
Mentorship is crucial.
It's crucial. Yes.
I don't think there's any successful entrepreneur
Yes.
who's never had a mentor
Okay.
in his life.
Yes.
And they've got mentors
Yes.
in different areas of their life. They've got a mentor for finance.
Yes.
They've got a mentor for the business itself. They've
Yes.
got a mentor for their health. They've got a
Yes,
mentor
yes,
for relationships.
yes,
It's critical.
It's critical.
A mentor is someone who has walked the journey
Yes.
that you're about to embark on.
Hmm.
And as a result of that, there are lessons that they've learned,
Yes.
the experiences that they've gone through,
Yes.
which they can share with you so that you don't have to go through
Hmm.
the same, or rather, you don't have to make the same mistakes.
Yes.
They can give you a different perspective
Yes.
to look at the way in which you run your business.
Yes.
So mentorship, it's crucial. It's someone that you can bounce off ideas with. It's someone that's there to lead you and to guide you.
Yes.
It's like a parent, but a parent in business.
A parent in
Yeah,
business,
it's like
yes.
a parent in business. It's crucial. And as I said to you guys earlier on, I've been blessed
Yeah.
because I had mentors when I started off when I was 18.
Very true.
And, Dr. John Tibani, I must give credit to.
Very true.
Chris and Suzanne Stiles, I must
Yeah.
give credit to. Mary Frida Lehobu, I must give credit to. And many other mentors
Yes.
along the way, and I take time to appreciate them and to thank them.
Yes.
Now, you're a young person and you're watching this and you're saying, I hear you, Spoo, but I would love to get a mentor. How do I get a mentor?
Yeah.
I want to not only tell people, but to teach them
Okay.
through my experience of
Okay.
how to get mentors.
Yes.
Because there are people that we look at and we say, yeah, you guys are selling more fire.
Yes.
You're like, I'd love Spoo to be my mentor.
Yes.
I'd love to spend time with Spoo,
Yes.
And I say to you guys, sometimes people, they don't reject you because you're not good enough.
Yes.
They reject you because you're not hungry enough.
Okay.
They want to see how badly you want it.
Yes.
Right? Don't just send an email and say, yeah, I hope this person replies to these
Yes.
6 questions that I have.
Yes.
You have to knock. You send the email, it doesn't go through, you make the phone call.
Yes.
The phone call doesn't go through, you become strategic. Okay, in order for me to get in touch with this person, I need to now look at a way in which I grow a relationship with the PA.
Very true.
Because it's the PA that handles the schedule.
Very true.
So I must get to the PA and get to know the PA so now PA can follow the schedule.
Very true.
Because now when the boss gets to the office on the day, he looks at the schedule.
Yes.
It's the PA who's controlling it. So you have to find a way, right? And you have people saying, I want Small to mentor me.
Yes.
Because they've seen me as a public figure
Yes.
or they've heard my story.
Yes. True.
Mentor you in what?
Wow.
If you're a young person looking for a mentor,
Yeah.
it's very important for you to be very clear
Yes.
on exactly what it is that you need mentorship in. Because it becomes easier for me to make a decision on whether I can mentor you or not.
Yes. Yes.
If you say, yo, Spoo, I'm struggling like really, really badly
Yes.
with my finances.
Yes.
Look, you may look at me and think I've got my finances
Yes,
together,
yes, yes.
but what exactly with your finances are you battling with? Hey, it's this thing when it comes to budget.
Yes.
Then I could be able to assist you
Mhm.
and then, guide you and maybe advise you to a friend.
That's very key. That's very key. So basically, you can have more than one mentor.
You can. You can. I know of successful entrepreneurs who've got more than one mentor. We've got like 4 or 5 mentors.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, and these are people who are just, they're brutal, man. They're brutal. They'll tell you how it is. They'll tell you how it is. And other ways to find mentors is to be in the spaces that they're in.
Okay. Yes.
Go to where they are at.
Yes. Yes.
Watch, see how they're doing.
Yes.
Ask if you can carry their bags.
Yes.
Ask if you can sell their products for them.
Very true.
Just to be in their space and to learn from
Very
them.
true.
Yeah.
Very true. Wow. Guys, I hope you guys are hearing that this is very key. Mentorship is very crucial. So now we are moving to our next question, which will be, what advices can you give to entrepreneurship since there is a downfall that you have identified?
Advice in terms of the downfall,
Yes.
reinvest back into the business.
Very true.
That's the best advice that I
Yes,
can give.
yes.
Think long term.
Long term.
Yeah, think growth.
Yes.
It's the growth mindset that says talent, resources.
Yes.
You're given 2.
Yes.
You want to multiply and make 4.
Yes.
You have 5. You want to multiply and make 10. You've got 1 product. You want to create another product.
Yes.
You've got 5 clients.
Yes.
How do you get 10 clients? You've got 15 clients. How do you get 30 clients?
Yes.
You are making money.
Yes.
You've got the clients.
Yes.
But now how do you multiply? So that's the best advice that I could give. Think growth, think multiplication. Think growth, think multiplication. You're turning over 10,000, it's great.
Yes.
How do you make it 20?
Yes. Okay.
Think growth,
Okay.
think multiplication.
Okay.
That's the best advice that I can give.
So now when we look at how things are, you have 5 customers, right?
Yes.
You want to multiply to 10.
Yes.
Now it means that even if your schedule was making sure that it accommodates the 5 customers, then you have to increase your capacity before you even have the 10 customers.
Yes,
so
yes,
how
yes.
do you
Well said.
prepare for that, to kind of prepare yourself into the mindset of, okay, fine, now I can make time, because we spoke about time management as well. Or you need to manage your time very well, and you need to make sacrifices and all those things. How is that process basically?
It depends.
Okay.
It depends which industry you're in. It depends on the goal.
Yes.
It depends what you want to achieve.
Yes.
You spoke about capacity
Yes.
and preparing
Yes.
for growth.
Yes.
You will need to bring people in.
Hmm.
So if that's the case, you need to be thinking, all right, I'm going to need to bring more people in so that we could reach more.
Yes. Yes.
Now I need to do research.
Yes. Yes.
Right? While I'm dealing with this 5 people, the goal is to make it 10.
Yes.
But while I'm dealing with this 5,
Yes.
I'm thinking, who do I need to bring onto my team? What skill sets do they need to have?
Yes.
How much am I prepared to pay them?
Yes.
Or how much do they want me to pay them?
Yes.
So then you can know, okay, that means that I need to make sure I have this type of capital, this type of money,
Yes.
in order to pay them to do the job that I want them to do.
Yes.
It's that type of preparation.
Okay, so yeah, guys, we have asked few questions. Now we are continuing with our questions. So now, what is the link between entrepreneurship and financial management?
You're in business,
Yes.
you make money.
Yes.
What do you do with the money? You know, my friend says, sales is the lifeline of every business. Without money, it's difficult for you to operate, to pay rent, to pay expenses, to pay employees, to invest in your brand, to build more products. So I would say finance is on its own, like the engine of a car, man. Think about it. Without the engine, it's difficult for the car to move forward, right? I have the passion, it's good.
Yes.
But even with the passion, you need the money to get to the places where the passion
Very true.
can be showcased.
Very true. Very true.
Even with the passion, you need the money
Very true.
to invest in your brand so that you can get more opportunities,
Yes.
to build products, to service people,
Yes.
to get the products and the services to the people.
Yes.
And the link there is, if you can't manage the money,
Yes.
it's difficult for the business to continue operating.
It really is.
If you can't manage the money, how can the business operate?
Yes.
You've seen many businesses who are out of business because of cash flow mismanagement.
Yes.
Thank God I'm still in business, even though I used to mismanage money.
Yes.
So it's critical, man. It's critical.
Yes.
Money. Companies are doing extremely well because there are those companies that have got the financial resources to bring the best in the game in their company.
Yes.
You're working with people. If you want to bring them the best, you have to pay them top dollar.
Very true.
All right, if you pay them top dollar, they bring in a lot of value to the business, and the business grows.
It really does.
But because Usase,
Yes.
money not really growing,
Yes.
it's difficult for you to bring the best people into your team.
Yes.
So financial management is critical. Financial literacy
Very true.
on its own,
Yes.
it's critical. How we see money,
Yes.
and also why we want to make money, I think, is so critical. The intention behind that, and always reminding ourselves of why we're in business.
Yes.
What's the use of this money? Why do I want to make such a fortune?
Yes.
Self-centered, to be seen, to drive a big car, to live in a big house. Nothing wrong with that, But I think when your why plays a big role in how you manage the money.
Yes.
So I'll make an example. DJ Spoo, one of the reasons why he hasn't given up on his dream, one of the reasons why I believe he's wiser with how he uses his money.
Yes.
Whereas before, I mean, and this he said publicly, that he would buy expensive cars, etc., and not use money wisely. But now, he's wiser with how he uses his money that he makes from his businesses.
Yes.
Why? Because his daughter is his why.
Yes.
He does everything for the daughter.
Yes.
You know, he's thinking about his daughter's future.
Yes. Yes.
If his daughter wants to say, Daddy, I want to go and study in Harvard,
Yes.
Spoo wants to make that dream become a reality.
Yes, yes.
So when Mofire makes money,
Yes.
or all the other businesses make money,
Yes.
it's no more about, oh, what can I get for me?
Yes.
It's about my daughter,
Very true. Yes.
my daughter's dream.
Yes.
It's about my daughter's daughter.
Very
So it's generational wealth building mindset. But do you see how that why of why he's running the business
Yes.
has played a big role in how he manages his money now?
Yes.
You know, so always keep in mind the bigger why. That will help in you managing your money.
Yes. So technically, it's possible for someone, because there are people who are literally sitting at home now. They have ideas, but they don't have financial literacy. They don't know how to manage their money.
Yeah.
So it's still possible for them to learn how to manage.
Yeah, prepare. Prepare. The money's gonna come.
Yes.
I didn't prepare. And when the money came, you spend it recklessly. They say if you fail to plan, you plan to fail.
Yes. True.
So you must plan.
Yes.
Okay, fine, you've got an idea and you're pushing,
Yes.
and then you get the 100,000.
Yes.
What are you gonna do with the 100,000? Your plans must be there.
Hmm.
You know?
True.
Yeah. I loved what TD Jakes said.
Yes.
He said, God will not give you what you ask for, but God will give you what you can manage.
Yes. Okay.
So you may be asking for 1 million, but God is testing you with a 10,000. You
Yes.
can't manage 10,000. What
Yes.
makes you think you're gonna manage 1 million?
Hmm.
So it's with the small.
Sweet.
We've been tested.
Yes.
We've been tested every single day with every single transaction.
Very true.
Are you obedient? You know, God, yeah, I'll only start tithing. Manga 100,000. You've got the 10,000 now and you're not tithing.
Yes. True.
So I've had to learn and challenge myself to be faithful with the small.
With the small. Yes.
What do you do with the 100 rand?
Yeah.
No, but it's just a 10 rand. It's a tithe, it's a principle. And then it becomes a habit.
Yeah.
It becomes a habit. It becomes a habit.
You enjoy the 90.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
the
or
90.
invest the 90, not
Yes.
eat the 90. Like we did.
Yes, you invest the 90. Yes. So now, to those who are not keen about entrepreneurship, but yet they want to manage their funds, how can they best manage their finances so that they can multiply as well?
There are many ways.
Yes.
One of the ways is to read books that speak on finances,
Okay.
that have been written by people who have walked the journey, who have made mistakes.
Yes.
Go on YouTube,
Yeah.
watch videos
Yeah.
of people who speak about money
Yes.
and how to build wealth.
Yes.
Learn
Yes.
from other people's mistakes.
Yes.
Those people may be in your circle.
Yes.
Yeah, you're an employee,
Yes.
you're working for a company, you want to learn how to manage your money. Read books.
Hmm.
Listen to sermons.
Yeah.
Not even sermons. Sorry, I'm in my church mode. Read books. Go on YouTube. Watch videos.
Yes.
Identify people who are in that space,
Yes.
who are industry leaders.
Yes.
And invest in yourself. You know, there are some people who can't really manage their finances.
Yes.
And I used to be one of them. So one of the things that I did, and it was probably the best decision that I ever did
Yes.
at that time, otherwise now I would have been flat broke,
Yes.
is I found people who are specialists and experts in that industry, and I give them my money.
Yes.
And I say to them, you look after this money.
Yes.
I'll pay you to look after the money.
Yes.
Find a financial advisor that could save you millions and say, when you've got information, you know about shares and what, and also money, when I manage that.
Manage that.
Yeah. Or even friends, they're friends, you know, who you know. This one,
Yeah.
give them the money.
Okay. Wow.
But invest in yourself. Invest in yourself. Read. Go to events.
Yes.
Learn. Interact with people. Share ideas, experiences. Most importantly, invest in yourself.
Invest in
Yeah,
yourself.
invest in yourself. There's so much material out there for free
Yes,
that can
yes,
help
yes.
you as a young person. You don't have an excuse.
Very true.
You don't have an excuse.
Yes,
Yeah, even with a minus bank balance.
Yes.
Yeah. If you've got
Minus
data to stream and live
Yes,
and
yes.
watch other things, then you've got data as well to go and learn.
Yes, very true.
Yeah.
Very true. So now, what is the main cause basically for the mismanagement of funds? Literally, what is?
The main cause, once again, it depends. It depends on your background.
Yes, that is true.
It depends on how you were raised.
Mm-hmm.
It depends on how you saw money being used in your family.
Yes.
It depends on how you see money being used in your environment. If you're raised in an environment where every time somebody gets money,
Yes.
they buy a new car,
Yes.
what are you bound to do when you make money?
Gonna buy a new car.
Yeah. So all those factors play a role
Yes.
in the conversations that you have as a young person
Yes.
with your mom and your dad about money. What do they say to you?
Yes.
You know, now that I think about it, many of us just, we didn't have, what can I say, role models in our family.
Yes.
An uncle who would say, when you make your first salary,
Yes.
this is what you must do.
Yes.
Whenever you make money, this is how you must think. We didn't have that.
We did that.
You know, all we saw was about prepare to, you know, when they had money sitting around the Chisanyama, maybe with a car,
Yeah.
and they've got ladies, and life is good, lifestyle is good. So now, Mali, what do you want to do?
Yes.
You want to do the
Yes,
same
yes,
thing.
Yes.
So the causes are different. It depends, man.
Yes.
It depends.
Yes.
As I said, on background, on how you were raised, the conversations that you had, what you think about money,
Yes.
how you saw money being
Yes,
used.
yes,
Yeah. So you need to go back.
yes.
You need to go back.
You need to go back.
Yeah.
So basically, this is more like when God called Abraham so that he can make him the father of many nations. He said, "Come out of your own town,
Sure.
come out of your country." Meaning
Sure.
that we need to come out of our own background mindset. All these kind that ekhaya sikhuliswanga so
Yeah.
and all that.
Yeah, ukuthi manje imali eningi
Yeah.
ngathi angazi uqola ubusathane or ukuthi kunenkinga ukuthi ube nemali eningi or you are selfish manje imali eningi or it's wrong to make a lot of money,
Very true.
you know.
Yes.
Rightly so. You've said that. You've hit the nail on top. It's very, very critical to go back. And exposure.
And exposure.
Yeah.
Yes.
Go out and see. Go out and learn from other people and see how they use money
Yes.
and how they think and learn from other cultures.
Yes.
You know?
Well, I would have asked Campbell, how do we fix that? How do we fix that? You know, in the mindset of, okay, fine, other than that, I need to go to the YouTube, I need to go and learn all these things that I need to get out of the paradigm of the family background that has been taking place in my mind. How do you really navigate? How do you break off this habit?
You create new habits.
Okay.
So you identify the bad habits that you have and you create new habits. You identify what those new habits are.
Yes.
And you look to live according to those new habits.
Yes.
So if you were a person that used to spend every time you got money,
Yes.
you create a habit of saving.
Yes.
Then you have accountability partners, you know,
Yeah.
people that could hold you accountable, people that could help you walk the journey.
Yes.
You find a mentor, you find a coach.
Yes. Yes.
And I also think it's having a desire to write a new story
Okay.
in your family.
Mhm.
To say, yeah, okay, sengibonile manje.
Yes.
Yabona manje sengivula amehlo manje.
Yes.
Ukuthi this is not how it should be.
Yes. Yes.
It can't be like this.
Yes.
It's got to stop with me.
Yes.
I've got to write a new story.
Yes.
So that desire to say, mkhulu wami washona,
Yes.
bekasebenza kodwa imali ayikho, umama washona bekasebenza imali ayikho.
Yes.
It can't go on with me. I must be the one that stops it. I must write a new story.
Yes.
I must teach the ones coming behind me to
Yes.
say this is how we do things in the family, and so I need to expose myself
Yes. Very true.
to new material,
Very
to new habits,
true. Very true.
to new learnings.
Yes.
And take it a journey, rather a step at a time in your journey.
Wow.
Yeah, so for me, at the core of it is writing a new story.
Yes. Yes.
Ukuthi thina la, oh, namo here where we are in my family,
Yes.
we've learned how to build wealth.
Yes.
And it started with me inculcating a new culture and a new way,
Yes.
you know.
Yes.
That even my young siblings,
Yes.
when I give them money, what do I teach them about money?
Yes, yes, yes.
What do I say to them about money so that they don't make the same mistakes that I made?
Yes.
It's a culture where we're having these conversations with our siblings at a young age.
Very
I never had that with my dad when I was 16, 17.
Very true.
Right? I'm having these conversations when I'm 26, 27.
Very true.
Had I had those conversations at 16, 17,
Yes.
I think I would have been much more further in my financial journey
Very
and in my financial career.
Yes, yes, yes.
Before you make that first salary, before you buy that first car,
Wow.
these conversations.
Very key.
Yeah. And you don't have to be a millionaire to start having these conversations. You're 18, 19, you're in
Yes.
university,
Yes.
you've got a younger sibling
Yes.
who's 15, 16.
Yes.
Have those conversations.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow. And then, in overall, what is the advice that you can give to all the young people out there? Whether they want to start a business, whether they want to manage, whatever it is that they want to do, what is the advice that you can give them?
Yo, that's a very broad question. Young people want to start businesses.
Yes, very true.
Young people who are on the verge of giving up.
Yes, very true.
Young people who are unemployed.
Yes, yes, yes.
Oh, it depends what the challenge is, right?
Yes, 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 yes.
So I can give you different advices for business, different
Yes.
advices for finances,
Yes, yes,
different advices for people who are unemployed.
yes. Yes, yes, yes.
But overall, I would say fight, man. Fight. Fight until your last breath.
Fight till the last breath.
Fight until you win. Whether it's in entrepreneurship, whether you're unemployed, whether you're in university, fight, man. Fight. There's gonna be delay. There's going to be delay, but delay is not denial.
Very true, very true.
There's delay, there's disappointment,
Yes,
there's rejection. It's life, but you have to fight, man.
you have to fight.
Fight. I think that's the best advice that I can give to them. Fight, fight, fight. Fight until you win. You have it in you. You have it in you. Fight.
Definitely.
Keep knocking.
Yes,
Keep fighting.
yes,
Keep knocking. Keep fighting. Keep knocking. Keep fighting.
yes.
Think of yourself as a boxer in the ring.
Yes,
You
yes,
find a coach. You learn strategies. You
Yes.
get one hit.
yes.
You get back up on your feet.
Yes, yes.
But you fight.
You fight.
It's not over until you win.
Very, very true.
It's not over until you win. So you just have to keep fighting, man. And personally, for me, I wouldn't be where I am. I don't think I would have won as many battles as I've won without God.
Yes, very true. Very
Without God, without the Word of God, without trusting in God,
Yes.
without praying,
Yes,
without having faith,
yes,
without reading the Word of God. So personally,
yes.
what has helped me to continue to fight even after the delays, the denials, the disappointments, and to continue striving and to continue thriving.
Yes,
It's the grace and the love of God and knowing that I'm not alone.
yes,
When you fight by yourself, it can be tough.
yes,
It's easy for you to give up.
yes,
Right now, as I'm building my business, I don't build the business alone,
yes.
even though I'm alone in the business.
Yes.
I know that God is with me.
God.
I can depend on God.
Yes.
I can rely on the Holy Spirit.
Yes.
So, yeah, look to develop your own relationship with Christ.
Yes.
And yeah, man,
Very
fight,
Fight.
fight,
Wow.
fight.
Whoa.
That's where I get my strength from.
Yes.
Because people want to know, where do you get your strength from
Yes, yes, yes.
to get back up after the rejections,
Yes.
being a student.
Yes.
Doing a 4-year degree, taking me 6.5 years to do it,
Yes.
while my friends did it in record time. My friends are working, I'm still in university.
Yes, yes, yes.
Sometimes you feel like a failure.
Yes, yes.
And there's a lot of delays. Is it worth it? Why?
Yeah.
Sure, fight,
Fight.
fight. That's where I find my strength.
Wow.
Yeah, fight.
Guys, now I have this interesting part. If the interview was this good, how much more about this book? Can you tell us more about your book, which is called Work Through the Barriers to Success?
Yeah, so I did research
Okay.
6-7 years ago
Yeah.
to find out why were people not where they wanted to be in their lives.
Yes.
More specifically, young people.
Yes.
And there were many barriers that
Yeah.
were stopping them from moving to the next level.
Yes.
And I identified 5 of those barriers. So I chose 5 of those barriers.
Okay.
And excuse me.
Yes.
In this book, I
Okay.
speak about those 5 barriers.
Yes.
One of them being a lack of vision.
Okay.
Number 2 being the enemy within.
Okay.
Number 3 being victims of circumstances. And number 4, procrastination.
Mm.
So if you want the other barrier, you have to get the book. So I identify those barriers, right?
That's good. Yes.
And then I go deeper into those barriers.
Yes.
Let's take one. A lack of vision.
Yes.
A young person doesn't know what they want,
Yes.
but they know what they don't want.
Yes.
And even if they know what they want, it's not so clear,
Yes.
right? So in this book, I help you create what is called a vision board.
Yes.
A vision board is a mental picture of your desired future. I take you through a practical 4-5 step process of how to create a vision board and why a vision board is so important, right? The second barrier, I speak about the enemy within.
Yes.
As a young person watching this, you've got all of these negative voices, maybe things that people have said about you, or even things that you've said about yourself. And these thoughts keep on lingering in your mind. You're meditating on them. How do you make sure that you shift your focus and focus on the positives about you, what you love about you, your strengths? That's the enemy within. The old African proverb that says, if there's no enemy within, the enemy outside can do us no harm. So I teach you on how to create a positive self-image and how to conquer the negative enemy that's within. I also speak about how to bounce back from a setback and turn the setback into a setup for a comeback. When I was in varsity, I'd lost my mom before I wrote, I was in my final year. Always a dream of mine to have my mom at my graduation. And luckily, unfortunately, she couldn't be there. And I could have easily given up on my dream. I could have easily turned my attention and my energy and my focus to other things, to numb the pain, to numb the disappointment, to numb the frustration. But I shifted my focus and I did it for her and I graduated. Now, how do you bounce back from that? How do you bounce back from the setback that you're going through? It may not be losing a parent for you, it may be something else. And you feel like your dream is over. How do you bounce back? And then I speak about procrastination, right? How I started getting into the business, how I started the business, how I wrote the book, how I started my mentorship program. It's powerful and practical.
Yes, very true. I'm definitely getting mine, guys. You should also get yours. It's called Work with the Bears. So now, if people want it, how do they find you? Where do they buy it? Is it available in bookstores, and which one?
No, it's not available in bookstores, so I will deliver it to you.
Okay.
It's available from me. My contact details are 0720664925. 0720664925. Drop me a text, drop me a WhatsApp, and then we'll make the plan to get the book to you. We'll sign it for you, and one of the best investments that you can make for yourself.
Work through the barriers to success. Look at it very well, guys. It's very good. You can hear. We need to buy it so that we can hear the other 5 aspects that you spoke.
There's more. It's 99 pages. You can read it in a day. Not only do I tell you, but I teach you. It's practical. I've had people come back and say, wow, I didn't know what a vision board is. I lost sight of my dreams and my goals. I didn't know why I was making certain decisions. And through the process of creating a vision board, it's guided me, it's helped me. I was on the verge of giving up. I've got these negative thoughts, and this book has become the light.
Very true. Wow, guys, I believe our work here is done. We have literally gained more knowledge. This was content that has changed my life, and I believe it will change your life as well. Take a good care. Thank you very much.
It's only a pleasure.
Yes.